We provoked that red card. I would have preferred if he wouldn't have been fouled, we might have had the chance for a 1-0. Otherwise, we had the situation afterwards with the speed that we weren't really able to defend as we imagined. However, we stayed in the game because we had a lot of plans with the ball as well. We had our attempts at goal, especially in 1v1 situations, especially with Milan, that he wasn't able to finish, and with that we started to get into we ended up to rescue it into half, and after the half time then conceding goals. It was more about just trying to finish the game. I certainly had troubles with the team myself. However, we were very happy about the way that we played, and certainly had that confidence from the start. However, I think we'll have that confidence to drive home, and we'll be back on Friday and see what we can do there. So all the best to Thomas with the DFB Pokal and so much more. So all the best to you. Yeah, thanks a lot. Crazy first half against a very strong opponent. We were down very soon by one person, so we had problems to kind of transition into that. Then all of a sudden we were same up, then all of a sudden we had more players on the pitch. It was difficult to find a response to that altogether, though. We made a little bit too many mistakes, a lot of mistakes that just shouldn't have happened in areas where you just shouldn't make those mistakes, and we just missed some of the intensity. So it was good for us to have that half-time break, try to find how we're going to respond to it with our strengths that we had, with our 5 offensive positions, and then the response was very clear. We wanted to have a more intense game from there on out, and wanted to have that one-to-one coverage because we only had one extra player on the pitch compared to them. So therefore we had a lot of chances. We scored a lot of chances. It was a very strong first half from Darmstadt. I think no one expected that it went down that way, but also a compliment to my team for the second half and how they reacted. So let's keep it going. So we'll start with the first questions. Hello, Mr. Tuchel. One question regarding Manuel Neuer. It was very clear that he tried to get involved after the first situations, that he came to you, to the coaching zone, to kind of discuss with you. One thing I'd like to ask is how important is he for you inside the team, and how easy was it to get that trust after he was missing for that long? So yeah, Manuel is always thinking a couple of steps ahead. We could see that in practice, the way that he coaches as well, even in his goalkeeping game. He does that every day, that he realizes things from the get-go and coaches and adapts to every situation, and knows when we should change something, and always has that feedback. And that was something that we needed today, especially when we had when we were down a man, but then also came back to being up a man. So we had a lot of exchange just because he could give that message to the team in a free kick or a corner kick. So it's easier for him to give that information onto the team rather than it is for me. So I think you have to imagine how strong his mindset has to be after an injury like that. He was always convinced that he could do it, but also to do it like he did, I don't think a lot of players can do that and replicate that. So it's a sensational performance from him and from his surroundings as well, and all the medical staff that worked to get him to that situation. So all the respect for that. He played tremendously well. Had a big 1v1 situation in the first half, so big situation there, and loved the fact that he was able to keep a clean sheet straight away.
Ja, Stefan Köhler vom Kicker und vom Lilienblock. Frage an Thorsten.
So a question to Thorsten. The players in the mixed zone said that they would like to just put a tick behind it and move on from this game. How far will the mistakes be analyzed, and how far will it just be put a tick behind it and continue? Yeah, so we'll just tick it off real quick, and we have that next game coming up against Bochum on Friday. And I'll still stick to my point that we came here with a lot of confidence, and we'll take that with us as well into the next game. That's part of our nature. The fact that I want to build them up straight away. We had the moments in the first half where we had an open pitch, and we worked with three at the back, and had a lot of strong situations. And I think you saw a difference at some stage. However, I definitely saw in the first half a team that had difficulties and made it also difficult for Bayern, however. So they shouldn't be too sad about this game. It's part of it, and I think there's even been teams that have conceded massively with 11 men on the pitch. So we're not going to downplay it. However, we're all just looking ahead to that game on Friday. Obviously, we will have a look at it. 2 red cards and injuries. It's something that we need the players that weren't here today, and we need them back, and everyone needs to prove themselves. So with Bochum, there's certainly a team where we're at home Friday evening, where we have to give it our best and say that we deserve to be in this first league and stay here as well. Two more questions. So, one question to Mr. Tuchel. Kimmich will be missing against Dortmund. Have you already made your thoughts about how you can replace him, and could you maybe give any insights? So no, I haven't really. We still have the cup game in between, so it's only the game after that. Obviously, it's very unfortunate because he's one of our key players and a key player in the center, and someone that really burns for being in that game and makes to make a difference in that sort of a game. So he's surely the one that is affected most by it, but we'll have to try to find a solution. But first we have to win against Saarbrücken in the cup, and we have a clear message that we want to win, so we'll do it step by step.
Hallo, Niklas Beckmann von Hitradio FFH. Herr Lieberknecht,
Niklas Beckmann for Mr. Lieberknecht. What do you think about the situation with the fans after the final blow? Is that a situation where the fans can maybe take that with them, the players? I think, yeah, to analyze an 8-0 loss isn't that easy. We're very aware of that. However, we'll take it with us that we played a good game in the first half, and we'll also take with us the fact that in that first half we came into situations that we could have managed better. We'll take that with us as well, and I think obviously the fans we're still behind us, and that's why I sent the players to them, and I think that was very important to appreciate them and the fact that our fans appreciated us as well, because that's something that we needed, and they gave us exactly that we they are behind us, and I hope that everyone appreciates it and also realizes on how this result went down. So thanks a lot, have a great rest of your weekend and safe travels home.